This is Neil from buildyourownwebsitetips.com, and now I'm going to show you how to customize your WordPress theme. Last we left off, we had the default theme and just a couple of demo posts. This default theme is called 2014. Each year WordPress comes out with a new theme. It's pretty basic. If we go to our dashboard, you can see there's a couple options. You can customize your site, or you can change your theme completely. First, I'm going to change the theme completely, and then we'll customize that theme. So I'll go ahead and click here. Now this shows you some of the installed themes already. As I mentioned, 2014 active. They also have the last 2 years. None of those really appeal to me right now, so I'm going to look for another theme. Mojo Themes comes with the host, and I think those are all paid for. I'm going to try WordPress.org themes because I want a free theme. And you have several featured options here. You can also look at popular, which they have 100 of them. You can also look at the latest. And if you click on premium, that goes back to the Mojo marketplace themes. So let's look at some of the popular themes. I kind of like the look of this one. Click on preview. This one has a pretty clean and simple look. Look at the description of it. One thing you always want is mobile responsive, or often they'll just say responsive. What that means is it will reformat the layout so that it fits on a mobile device, such as your phone or your tablet. So let's go ahead and click install for that one. And it installs in a matter of seconds. Then all you have to do is click activate. Now you can see it's added to my other themes, and this one is the active one. You can click on customize to customize it. This customize page is nice because it lets you see what you're changing as you do it. The set front page section just allows you to change it from either showing your latest post, which it's doing now, or just change it to look at a specific page, such as a sample page. Sample page was installed by WordPress automatically. I don't have any other pages built yet, but if I did, I could make a specific page my home page, and I probably will. But for now, I'll just keep it as latest posts. The header content, you can have your title, you can add a tagline if you want. Let's see, it will show up underneath the title. I don't have a tagline right now, so I can add a logo, which I do want to do. And I can just drag my logo here. And there it is. Now since this logo pretty much says the name of my site, I'm going to hide that title. Go to layout. Now the container width is the whole width that this area takes. Right now it's pretty wide, but if you wanted it really narrow, you could do that. And you see this area is much more narrow now. Let's set it back to what it was, 1100. And it takes up the full space there. You see the header layout has the option of either full width or contained, but at this width, I don't think it's going to matter. You can align it left, center, right. Keep it left for now. You can change the navigation position. Let's say we float it to the right. You can change the navigation alignment, but since there's only one item in my navigation, that's not going to change much. Content layout, separate containers or one container. You can see that that changes the layout to be one big white square rather than individual white squares on a gray background. The sidebar layout is this section over here. And right now we have content here, then sidebar. You could switch it by doing sidebar, then content. You could have two sidebars on either side, two on the left, two on the right. But I think this is fine the way it is. And you can change that for the blog pages too, or in the single post pages. Those are just different areas of the site. If you have a blog page that lists posts in order like this, then that would apply to those pages. If you have a single post page such as when you click on here, this is a single post page, then this layout would apply to that page. And then the footer layout, full width or contained, again, that's not going to really matter on this size of page. Then you can choose how many footer widgets you have. Say you wanted 5 footer widgets, then that looks a little busy. I'll go back to 3. May not even need all 3. We can adjust those later. You can also change the base colors. Let's say I wanted a darker red to match my logo. Then blog, you can show either the full post or an excerpt. And what that does is if we go back to the home page and you see, it's not going to really make a difference in these because these are so short, but if I do show excerpt, what it really means is that if this post was paragraphs long, they would still only show just a little bit and then have a link saying more. And then you can click here to update your sidebar widgets. You see here it says search, recent posts, recent comments, those are right here. You can change the default title on these, how many posts you want to show. And then this last one is meta. Usually you want to disable that, so I'm going to click on remove. It shows a link to your login for your admin and a logout and RSS feeds. You don't really need to have that on your home page. You can also add widgets in your header, which will go up here, or you can change your footer widgets here, but we will come back to that. So I'm going to go ahead and save and publish. It's saved. Let's go take a look. There's my old theme, and refresh, and here's my new theme. Now if we go back to the admin, close our customization, you'll see under appearance, there's another link to customize here that goes to the same thing. There's also a link to widgets. You can do the same thing we did under customize, but it's just focused on the widgets. You can update your menus. Right now I don't have any pages other than the home and sample page. So when I have more pages, I will update the menu. Mojo themes, I mentioned before, those are some custom themes for a fee. Generate Press is the name of the theme I'm using, so you can go here to do some extra settings. Customizer just goes to the same customize page. Add-ons, where he will sell you some add-ons, or you can donate here, or as he says, buy me coffee. But in a lot of other themes that have a bunch of extra features, you may find those features here. But this is a pretty simple theme. If I had some add-ons, then I'd go here to customize them. And then editor is where you go if you really want to make some very specific changes and you know what you're doing with coding and or CSS. CSS is a format for styling. And if you want to get into details, you can find all of that here. Make a change, click update file, and those changes will be reflected immediately. And you can change PHP files and everything else that come with the theme if you want. But that's a much more advanced topic. We can come into that later. So that is setting up a custom theme and customizing it a little bit. Tune in for more on this when we come back and add content to the site. This is Neil from buildyourownwebsitetips.com.